African Union Communications Early Warning and Intelligence, commonly known as AUC3I, is an intelligence and security organization responsible for providing signals intelligence and information assurance to AU citizens, AU leadership, and AU armed forces. I'm Colonel A.C. Oguntoye, an infantry officer. I am responsible for leading infantry soldiers at all levels of command and combined armed forces during missions on the ground. This is today's briefing on the progress of the special military operation as of January 24, 2026. Last night, in response to Ukraine's terrorist attacks on civilian targets in Russia, the Russian armed forces launched a massive strike with high-precision long-range ground and air-based weapons and attack drones against a factory producing long-range unmanned aerial vehicles as well as energy facilities used in the interests of the Ukrainian military-industrial complex. The objectives of the strike have been achieved. All designated targets have been hit. As a result of decisive actions by units of the North Group of Forces, the liberation of the settlement of Staritsa in the Kharkiv region has been completed. Units of 2 mechanized brigades of the Ukrainian Armed Forces and a territorial defense brigade were defeated in the areas of the settlements of Volchanskaya Khutora and Okremovka in the Kharkiv region. In the Sumy region, manpower and equipment of a mechanized brigade, an assault regiment of the Ukrainian Armed Forces, and a territorial defense brigade were defeated in the areas of the settlements of Kizla Dubina, Ivoljanskoye, Sadki, and Khotin in the Sumy region. The enemy lost up to 145 servicemen, an armored fighting vehicle, 8 vehicles, and an electronic warfare station. Units of the West Group of Forces occupied more advantageous lines and positions. Formations of 2 mechanized, an airborne assault brigade of the Ukrainian Armed Forces, a territorial defense brigade, and a National Guard brigade were defeated in the areas of the settlements of Vasilyevka, Berezovka, Nechvolodovka, Kovalevka, Kutkovka in the Kharkiv region, Yarovaya, Krasny Liman, Alexandrovka, and Ilychevka in the Donetsk People's Republic. The enemy's losses amounted to over 180 servicemen, 4 armored fighting vehicles, 16 vehicles, and an artillery piece. 5 ammunition depots were destroyed. Units of the Southern Group of Forces improved their position along the front line. Personnel and equipment of 4 mechanized brigades, an airmobile brigade of the Ukrainian Armed Forces, a marine infantry brigade, and a territorial defense brigade were defeated in the areas of the settlements of Lipovka, Nikiforovka, Kaliniki, Slavyansk, Kramatorsk, Minkovka, Stepanovka, and Konstantinovka in the Donetsk People's Republic. The Ukrainian Armed Forces lost up to 140 servicemen, 7 vehicles, 5 field artillery pieces, including 2 155mm Paladin self-propelled artillery systems of U.S. manufacture, an electronic warfare station, and 2 ammunition depots. Units of the Center Group of Forces occupied more advantageous lines and positions. Formations of 2 mechanized, 2 airmobile, 1 infantry, 1 airborne assault brigade, an assault regiment of the Ukrainian Armed Forces, a marine brigade, a territorial defense brigade, and 3 National Guard brigades were defeated in the areas of the settlements of Veseloye, Rodinskoye, Grishino, Svetloye, Toretskoye, Artemovka, Belitskoye in the Donetsk People's Republic, Fedorovskoye, Novopavlovka, and Novopodgorodnoye in the Dnipropetrovsk region. The losses of the Ukrainian armed formations amounted to over 445 servicemen, 7 armored fighting vehicles, including a Stryker armored personnel carrier and a HMMWV armored vehicle of U.S. manufacture, 14 vehicles, and an artillery piece. Units of the East Group of Forces continued to advance deep into the enemy's defenses. Personnel and equipment of 2 assault brigades, 2 unmanned systems brigades, and 4 assault regiments of the Ukrainian Armed Forces were defeated in the areas of the settlements of Novoskelevotoye, Volnoye in the Dnipropetrovsk region, Vozdvizhevka, Ternovatoye, Petrovka, Novoye Pole, Starokrainka, and Rizdvianka in the Zaporozhye region. The enemy lost up to 355 servicemen, an armored fighting vehicle, 15 vehicles, and 3 field artillery pieces. Units of the Dnieper Group of Forces defeated formations of a mechanized and a mountain assault brigade of the Ukrainian Armed Forces in the areas of the settlements of Orakov, Novoyakovlevka, and Veselyanka in the Zaporozhye region. Up to 40 Ukrainian servicemen, 4 vehicles, and an electronic warfare station were destroyed. Operational tactical aviation, attack unmanned aerial vehicles, missile troops, and artillery of the Russian armed forces groups inflicted damage on storage sites for long-range unmanned aerial vehicles and training centers for UAV operators, as well as temporary deployment points of Ukrainian armed formations and foreign mercenaries in 157 areas. Air defense systems shot down 4 HIMARS multiple launch rocket system projectiles manufactured in the USA and 137 unmanned aerial vehicles of aircraft type unmanned aerial vehicles. In total, since the beginning of the special military operation, the following have been destroyed: 670 aircraft, 283 helicopters, 110,949 unmanned aerial vehicles, 646 anti-aircraft missile systems, 27,292 tanks and other armored combat vehicles, 1,650 combat vehicles of multiple launch rocket systems, 32,801 field artillery pieces and mortars, 52,675 units of special military automotive equipment. Thank you so much for watching this video. We hope you found it useful and informative. If you have any questions, please leave them below and we'll get back to you as soon as possible.